सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ओम जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो वत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती स्वरूपिण्यै नमः। श्री आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। ओम श्री माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्य शंकराचार्य वर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिः हित्वा अन्यथा रूपम स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ षड्विंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। As every day, with that wonderful heart of faith and devotion, let us do our Parayanam of Bhagavata for a few shlokas. Om Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Evam pragayan nrupadeva devah sa urvashi lokamatho vihaya atmanamaatmanyavagamya mam vai uparamajnanavidhutamohah ततो दुस्संगमुत्सृज्य सत्सु सज्जेत बुद्धिमान् सन्त एतस्य चिन्तन्ति मनोव्यासङ्गम् उक्तिभिः सन्तो नपेक्षामच्चित्ताः प्रशान्ताः समदर्शिनः निर्ममा निरहङ्काराः निर्द्वन्द्वा निष्परिग्रहाः तेषु नित्यं महाभागेषु मत्कथाः संभवन्ति हिता नॄणां जुषतां प्रमुनन्त्यघम् ताये शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति ह्यनुमोदन्ति चाद्रुताः मत्पराः श्रद्धानाश्च भक्तिं विन्दन्ति ते मयि भक्तिं लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनन्तगुणे ब्रह्मणि आनन्दानुभवात्मनि यथोपश्रयमाणस्य भगवन्तं विभावसुं शीतं भयं तमोप्येति साधून् संसेवतस्तथा निमज्जोन्मज्जतां घोरे भवाब्धौ परमायनं सन्तो ब्रह्मविदः शान्ताः नौर्दृढे वाप्सुमज्जताम् अन्नं हि प्राणिनां प्राणः आर्तानां शरणं त्वहं धर्मो वित्तं नृणां प्रेत्य सन्तोर्वाग्बिभ्यतोरणम् सन्तो दिशन्ति चक्षुंषि बहिरर्कः समुत्थितः देवताः बान्धवाः सन्तः सन्त आत्माहमेव च वैतस्तेनस्ततो हि एवम् उर्वश्यालोकनिःस्पृहः मुक्तसङ्गो महीमेताम् आत्मा रामश्चचारः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे ऐलोपाख्यानं सन्तमहिमा नाम षड्विंशोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। उद्धव उवाच क्रियायोगं समाचक्ष्व भवद् आराधनं प्रभो यस्मात् त्वां ये यथार्चन्ति सात्वताः सात्वतर्षभ एतद् वदन्ति मुनयः मुहुर्निःश्रेयसं नृणाम् नारदो भगवान् व्यासः आचार्योऽङ्गिरसः सुतः निःसृतं ते मुखाम्बोजात् यदाह भगवान् अजः पुत्रेभ्यो भृगुमुख्येभ्यः देव्यै च भगवान् भवः एतद्वै सर्ववर्णानाम् आश्रमाणां च सम्मतं श्रेयसाम् उत्तमं मन्ये स्त्रीशूद्राणां च मानदः एतत् कमलपत्राक्ष कर्मबन्धविमोचनं भक्ताय चानुरक्ताय ब्रूहि विश्वेश्वरेश्वर। श्रीभगवानुवाच न ह्यन्तोऽनन्तपारस्य कर्मकाण्डस्य चोद्धवा संक्षिप्तं वर्णयिष्यामि यथावदनुपूर्वशः। वैदिकस्तान्त्रिको मिश्रः इति मे त्रिविधो मखः त्रयाणाम् ईप्सितेनैव विधिना मां समर्चयेत्। यदा स्वनिगमेनोक्तं द्विजत्वं प्राप्य पूरुषः यथा यजेत मां भक्त्या श्रद्धया तन्निबोध मे। अर्चायां स्थण्डिलेग्नौ वा सूर्ये वाप्सु हृदि द्विजे द्रव्येण भक्तियुक्तोर्चेत स्वगुरुं माम् अमायया। पूर्वं स्नानं प्रकुर्वीत धौतदन्ताङ्गशुद्धये उभयैरपि धौतदन्तोऽङ्गशुद्धये उभयैरपि च स्नानं मन्त्रैर्मृद्ग्रहणादिना सन्ध्योपास्त्यादिकर्माणि वेदेनाचोदितानि मे। पूजां तैः कल्पयेत् सम्यक् सङ्कल्पः कर्म पावनीम शैली दारुमयी लौहि लेप्या च सैकति मनोमयी मणिमयी प्रतिमाष्टविधा स्मृताः चलाचलेति द्विविधा प्रतिष्ठा जीवमन्दिरम् उद्वासावाहनेन स्तः स्थिरायाम् उद्धवार्चने अस्थिरायां विकल्पः स्यात् स्थण्डिले तु भवेद्वयम् स्नवनं त्वविलेप्यायाम् अन्यत्र परिमार्जनं द्रव्यैः प्रसिद्धैर्मद्यागः प्रतिमादिष्वमायिनः भक्तस्य च यथा लब्धैः कृतिभावेन चैव हि स्नानालङ्करणं प्रेष्ठम् अर्चायाम् एव तूद्धव स्थण्डिने तत्त्वविन्यासः वह्नावाज्यप्लुतं हविः सूर्ये चाभ्यर्हणं प्रेष्ठं सलिले सलिलादिभिः श्रद्धयोपाहृतं प्रेष्ठं भक्तेन मम वार्यपे। भूर्यप्यभक्तोपहृतं न मे तोषाय कल्पते गन्धो धूपः सुमनसः दीपोन्नाद्यं च किं पुनः शुचिः संभृतसंभारः प्राग्दर्भैः कल्पितासनः आसीनः प्राग् उदग्वार्चेतु अर्चायाम् अथ सम्मुखः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkurvatamaham Vande Paramanandamaadavam Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Tilakam Yad Vaishnavanam Dhanam Yasmin Paramahamsameva Mamalam Jnanam Parangiyate Yatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Naishkaryamavishkrutam Tachrunvan Pravatan Vicharana Varaha Bhaktya Vimuchenaraha Narayanan Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandaha Muktiritva Anyatha Rupam Sarupena Vyavastidehi Atha Shadvimshodhyayah Shri Bhagavanuvāja. In this way, wholeheartedly saluting to the Bhagavad Acharya Parampara, Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara, all the avatars in Bhagavata Puranam as well as Bhaktas, and also Swagurum Pranamya. Like in the world, the worldliness, the mind is again and again projects, creates the Sukha Buddhi about the world, because of which we get caught up. Same mind creates one problem when we start doing our satsanga. What it does is it makes the satsanga to happen mechanical. Later on, to lose all the inspiration, interest, and rasa in that. This happens to those seekers who have not taken that satsanga and the practice of it to the heart. So, to keep up the inspiration regarding Adhyatmika Marga, again itself is a great effort. For that, again being in touch with Mahatmas, remembering all those great saints who have relentlessly did sadhana, when we remember them, then our inspiration to do sadhana continues and sustains. And then, even after those Mahabhaktas got the Bhagavat Anubhuti and Darshana, how they continuously served the world to guide them in that positive path of Mukti. When we read those stories also, our intellect will be fully, shrewdly, strongly convinced and committed as Satsanga, not listening to the mind which says that it is enough, all that is like that, it is looks like that only, enough of it for a long time. You left all this world of bhoga, again you come here. Anyway, after some more enjoyments, again you can go back to your satsang. In this way, our lower mind continuously keeps on troubling the sadhaka, the satsangi. For us also, when we are trying to have our satsanga every day, we are doing it. And at the same time, how many times our mind might have not troubled us or questioned us or demoralized us with thousands of excuses. It talks about the health, it talks about the body, it talks about so many other things. क्या क्या बताए, mind goes on. But some of us, all of us who are committed that way, we are able to quieten that mind at least for the hours of we being in the class. But that is not enough. The whole day our mind, intellect has to be soaked in bhakti and vicharana paramatma. Only then, though being in the world, though the world has such a terrible possibility of influencing us, not allowing that influence and cleansing of all the past vasana samskara, we can slowly reach to the state either of absolute saranagati in the bhakti or of deep meditation of Vedanta. Only when we continuously are reveling in the Katha Gunagana Bhagavan as well as Manana Chintana of the Tattva, that in this world where we came with so much of Prarabdha, in this world which is full of attractions and distractions, conquering both these obstacles, we will be able to reach to the Sharanagata Sthiti in Bhakti as well as the deep dhyana on the Atma Tattva. What we are saying now, with our great commitment, we are able to continue to be in the class. What we are saying after that is, it is not sufficient. Why? You can see in your own life, I can see in my own life. Only with satsanga, nayamatma pravachanena, namedaya, namona shrutena. Then what? Even before and after satsang. In the satsang, coming to class alone is our job. Then the entire Guru Parampara is guiding through me as speaker and through you as a listener. Before and after satsang, how much we are able to keep our mind in Paramatma, in Jnana or Bhakti Marga, that is our Purusharth. And to do that, we have to combat these two enemies. Enemies of our Prarabdha and past vasanas, and enemy of the present world's gross and subtler influence. Grossly the world is influencing, no doubt about it, the heats and the colds and the bodily pains, whatever. But subtly also the world which we are in now, the Kali Yuga Bhautikavada, it goes on troubling a peace of our mind, our quietude of the mind, our depth of our sadhana. उन सबको साइड में रखते हुए, if you want to enjoy the joy of devotion of the great devotees like Prahlada and all, or enjoy the joy of meditation like the great seekers like that of Nachiketa, etc., we have to be all the time. So there also what we are saying is, be in touch with the stories and glories of Atma and keep on having that level of inspiration maximum. Keep a target of one day and whole day fully inspired and doing the sadhanas to be done. The next day definitely going to come, again the next day, again the next day. Every day should be a target, every day should be an achievement. Not even saying, in 6 days I will work like central government or state, 5 days, then Saturday, Sunday I will take chutti. They are the moments for which the mind waits. If you can give the chance to the mind those days, slowly it says, anyway Saturday, Sunday छुट्टी हो गया, चलो Friday, Monday भी करते हैं. Then the 4 days are gone, only 3 days. Those 3 days anyway some guest will come, some electricity bill you have to pay, and somebody will call you, oh gayo. And देखते देखते the Bhagavata will be over, Ramayana over, all Upanishads are over, our life also is over. This is how the power of time, the power of Maya, the power of mind, the power of timings. Timing means the Kala influences. Even a person is very committed seeker, he just want to achieve the truth. Even to that person also, धीरे धीरे अनजाने में उस व्यक्ति को भी गिरा देते हैं ये सारे शत्रु मिलकर. We have to be very alert about them. One of the very important thing is the mood of the mood of boredom, the mood of thought of procrastination, the mood of laziness, sometimes the mood of carelessness. Chalo, one day how does it matter? No, these are all the cheatings of mind. When you don't attend class, as regard the content of the class is concerned, you may not miss anything. Because again it may be repeated tomorrow, it may be given to you through other text. But that day where we, with minimum problem only, which we could have managed, if we have not attended the class, we have lost the game with the mind. Ultimately, what we have to do is the conquering of the mana, that it should listen to us, not because of whatever it says. What we say, it should listen to us. That's the conquering. And this, and even in the sadhana kala, till the dissolution happens, the mind goes on trying its best, like any dangerous, poisonous animal, till you just subjugate it completely, or even make it unconscious through some sedative. It goes on retaliating, revolting, fighting. Mind is like that. And mind is not always aggressively only defeats us. It very few times it does. When it knows that the buddhi of this person is more stronger than me, so I cannot combat it with commandings or demands, it finds its own ways of other things. It takes a group of senses, the group of the body with it and says, देखो थक गए ना, See, sitting, the knees are paining, the namak is paining. Something or the other it will bring. See, the people are calling me. See, such a wonderful life they are living. Why not? I am just caught up in class only morning, evening, and doing this and that. What is this? There's no rasa in life. Well, life become neerasa with satsanga. Subhasham. Now, these all look to be such a acceptable thoughts of the mind, proposals of the mind. That higher intellect. थोड़ा सा मौका दिया मन को फिसल गयो. Once the adat of sleeping happens, like a few people who are so regular, they got the habit of sleeping. Now, therefore, they have even a lot of not required exercise also to just. बस रात में लेट सोए so सुबह उठ नहीं पाए गए class. Such a small thing has become a reason for us to miss the greatest glorious blessings of Rishi Parampara coming through the Upanishad class. Now, when those people who don't take the blessing of Guru guidance and listen to the mind suggestion, who can help them? Who can protect them? Then once, twice a week they start stopping class. Dekhte, 4 days, 5 days, then this class they have not seen. You observe some of the people who used to come regularly for all classes. One class they took permission. Now, last 2 classes, they didn't even inform. They just gayab. Where are they? Even God knows. I don't know. Hope they are doing some study and sadhana or found a better guru to listen, or they themselves became gurus. कुछ भी हो सकता है. I wish only and pray for them to be on the path only. But as regards our class is concerned, we don't see them. None of us can escape this if we are weak, unless we are very strong. And very strong. I'm seeing it myself. See, you have choice. I have no choice. No. If I take a choice of living class, you are gone, my gone. Every class there is a doubt and thought. Should we continue? Should we stop? Now Chaturmasa is starting. Rainy season also. The 4 months give break to them. They also make a pushpamala to you and put in your gala. You can also 4 months do some serious sadhana other than satsang. This is how the mind prompts me. First, its achievement goal is what? First, stop Swami from taking class. किस बहाने से लोग कोई आ ही नहीं रहे, सुन नहीं रहे, they are themselves up, and you can do your meditation. First, it will make me defeat this. It defeats me by making me stop the class. When the class is stopped, how the time runs, fleets fast without doing or with doing something, we all know it. देखते देखते चतुर्मास क्या जिंदगी में चल जाता है. सबका ऐसा ही हो रहा है ना. Nobody. People don't who are aware, those who are not aware, that way they are carried away. By the Maya, by the mind, by the Kala, by the company of bad people. Bad means those who inspire us for something other than divine. So that is why it is called Kshurasya Dhara. Why it is called this path is the razor's edge path, the toughest of the path, because of these reasons. And all this we are talking only about being consistent in our classes. Further, maintaining consistently the mood that I am Adhyatmik Sadhaka, I have to have the experience of Paramatma. That also is another tough challenge. Beyond that, then, for that sake, maximum time of the day, we are catering or dedicating only to the sadhana. Even after doing the sadhana, there is no guarantee. It's not only giving the time, how much we are using the mind, fully focusing on that. Then how many deep ways, how much deeply we are understanding the subject, and to that extent are we lifting our identity from the samsari to that sadhaka level. ये सारे होते हैं. तो वन डे आर द अदर वी हैव टू नो ऑल दिस, है ना. अनजाने में हम चलते नहीं रहे ना. कभी कभी उस रास्ते का कठिनाइयों को भी जानने से हम प्रिपेयर हो सकते हैं. When we mentally prepare this way, then there are less chances for us to get defeated. ऐसा होगा ही. Swamiji told that mind will have its own moods. So he also told us, don't give chance to that mind. And mind, it fights with us only for 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes, if you can withstand to its onslaught, then it goes away. Then your intellect, powerful, can come back and take you to the class or study or swadhyaya or manana, chintana, dhyana, whatever the sadhanas we have to do throughout the day. This is how guard ourselves. GUARD. And one of the things which effectively works, which I do for myself is, भगवान कुछ भी हो जाए, ये सत्संग, ये साधना, ये साधक वाला, ये जो निश्चय है, ये कभी भी टूट न जाए. ये जो श्रद्धा जो है, कभी भी टूट न जाए. कुछ भी हो, my regular classes, my whatever little sadhana I'm doing, let the faith in that be kept intact till I reach you. Please do ये वाली मेहरबानी. I do ask it every day. And His grace that we are wherever we are, at least doing थोड़ा थोड़ा. नहीं तो कभी का ये अमरनाथ यात्रा में मरनाथ ही हो जाएंगे हम. निकल जाएगा, है ना. बेचारे अमरनाथ के लिए गए, देर दलदल में फंस गए कुछ लोग. सो टू फॉर अस आल्सो. द दलदल ऑफ द वर्ल्डलीनेस, लेजीनेस doesn't take much time to put us down. The flame of spiritual sadhana and inspiration, put it down doesn't take much time. You can do thousands of things, so-called spiritual things also. Yeah, I'm doing yoga asanas, yeah, I'm doing other prakriyas, yeah, I'm doing pilgrimages, yeah, I'm doing some social services. अरे भैया, ये सब करने के बाद ही मोक्ष देने वाले सत्संग में आते हैं हम. अगेन उसमें जाना इज इक्वल टू गोइंग बैक ओनली. Then after going there, again it pulls you to another level. When you are being a lot of social service you're doing, people call you, make you the secretaries, presidents, they start appreciating you and all, then they tell you to become this, then और भी खींचे ही जाएंगे नीचे हम. भयंकर, very sweetly, delicately, the mind and Maya will take us away from the spiritual path. ये अनजान में होता है. And to those most unfortunate people who have half-hearted devotion to Guru, half-hearted faith to the Guru, never take the Guru into confidence, never confide with the Guru what they are wanting to or doing, उनका तो कोई ठिकाना ही नहीं. Nobody can save them. At least those who tell to the Guru, he can just observe what's happening in him, what state of mind he is. And along with telling or asking Guru, if one has got that little more diligence or common sense of abiding by what he tells, उनका फिर बचाव हो सकता है. अब those people who miss all the classes, स्वामी जी we missed the class, if they come tomorrow and tell me, मैं क्या बोलूँगा, मैं क्या करूँ? Did you ask me? Did you tell me? I know they won't come. Whether they come or not, who cares? Whoever they are. Everything is same to applicable to you and me also. न खुद का स्वबुद्धि यूज किया और मन और दूसरों के बातों में बिक गए, बह गए, और न गुरु का हम शरण लेते हैं, गाइडेंस लेते हैं. नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड द नीड ऑफ surrendering to one person unquestionably. That at least on the name of his word or advice, that we come back onto the path again and again. If that small strong support also is not there and only the मन का मनमानी हम करेंगे ना, then कोई ठिकाना नहीं रहता. And another devilish thing the mind does is what? If it is not struck to one guru, from one guru to the other, one path to the other, one text to the other, one type of sadhana to the other, they go on jumping, reaching nowhere toward the end. They only become the information gatherers from all the various masters about little bit whatever they said. The comparative study between these masters on Bhagavad Gita, वो किसी मुक्ति देगा क्या? Many people are caught up in that also. We have to save ourselves. Our goal is straight away reach to Paramatma. No violence, no here and there looking. For that, the intense deep meditations, etc. Before that, the thorough understanding of the subject, that is possible through contemplation. For the contemplation, you need to have data continuously given, and that's given only in the satsanga. Therefore, in today's introduction for some time, most relevant topic what we discussed is the sense of mechanical way of doing the things, the sense of boredom, sense of let me try something else. All these thoughts are the ones which are the devils. Somehow or the other, our mind tries to take us away from the ultimate path of the truth. Guard ourselves at that time. इसलिए शुरू से भी जो गुरु के भक्त है, गुरु के शरणागति में है, गुरु के बात मानने वाले हैं, देखो गुरु के बात मानने में बहुत बार दुख होता है, बट वही फायदा में होता है। दुख इसलिए होता है कि वी वांट टू डू समथिंग एल्स, बट गुरु टोल्ड समथिंग। That is the dukkha we feel because our likes and dislikes were thwarted. But that is what is sadhana, no? Then after all, what you like, what Guru likes is matched, then there's no conflict at all. You will be happy only what I wanted, Guru said that only. And Guru will say only about sadhana. He is only called as Sadguru. He cannot tell anything. Even if that Guru's support we don't hold on to, nobody can help us. Be careful about it. In fact, never ever take any decisions in life independently without consulting the Guru. At least of those regarding compromising with sadhanas or finding the excuses and all. And at the higher level of Guru Bhakta, तो पूछता भी नहीं गुरु को, उसको पता है गुरु will not like it at all. I will attend classes only, come what may. Nothing is important than my classes. Nothing is important, nothing, that's it. Even Yamaraj comes, थोड़ा रुको क्लास के बाद जाना है. That is the commitment. I तो will do that only. That's why so many times Yamaraj comes to me in the classes. And you don't know, I feel it. ले जाएंगे ऐसे ही लगता है मुझे. फिर भी थोड़ा हवा लेकर that day I do the class. Then I ask him कि हवा लेने गए, अरे मैंने झलक दे रहा था. He says every time. That's what we have to be. Who can help us otherwise? So be in that mood. And then those days and those moments where we are in full inspiration, उसको तो जमकर यूज करना. Fully go deep into the sadhana. Excellent, wonderful. And while doing that sadhana, forget the whole world. Like today in the afternoon class, one of the audience, this is only problem, Swamiji, I have to attend this, that, she says. I said, what time your husband goes off? At 10 o'clock. What time he comes back? 5 in the evening or 6. Are these 8 hours, why are you worried about him? Let him be there. Do your sadhana. How to do, Swamiji, she asked. I told him, अरे imagine that तुम लोगों का शादी नहीं हुआ. Between the office going time and coming back, you are not married only. ऐसा, she was very happy. Thank you so much. Good idea. Be with yourself. In the same way, any other issues, everything, अपने पूजा मंदिर ध्यान स्थल के बाहर ही पोटली करके रखना उसको. Like चप्पल हम बाहर छोड़ के आते ना, so to entire thing of the world, how much more important it is. Otherwise, keep it outside during our whatever spiritual sadhana we do. Encash those inspired moments, encash those convenient moments, encash those beautiful, gracious opportunities, and cherish your own sadhana being done. Like when we look back, we cherish all these 2 years of 2600 classes. कितना पहुंचा हमने उससे वो अलग बात है. That's very subjective. That neither I know, only my God knows. He will give the result of all this. पक्का देंगे, क्यों नहीं देंगे? When the prarabdha of this life is over, definitely we are rewarded. ऐसा कैसे थोड़ी है. ये 10 उपनिषद जो लगातार पढ़ रहे हैं, भागवत रामायण कर रहे हैं, फिर भगवान क्यों नहीं देंगे? जरूर देंगे फल. Not that we depend from him. It is bharosa on him that he'll give. But the idea is look back and join. Look back and say how many classes you bunked with some or the other avoidable excuses. And look back and say how many times you have avoided those excuses and came to classes. Which are the moments which really give you joy? And one of the things which, if I don't tell you, you will never know, is during the class time, the entire Rishimuni Guru Parampara are around us to see our attitudes, intentions, and bless us. They're not seen, but they're very much there. They're all pervading. Not the Swami ऑनलाइन में क्लास हो रहा है, आप तो 3000-2000 किलोमीटर दूर में बैठे हो, आप क्या होंगे, हमारे पास नहीं होंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता उनका. They are all pervading. If they are here, they are there, everywhere they will be there. They can be there. So if I am aware of that, and imagine that day where the Bhagavan Vyasa wanted to bless us specially, he prepared and came with water in the Kamandalu. And that day only your friend called and you left the classes, went away. You missed that blessing that day. Or another day, Shukadevaji comes that day and says, little subtle understanding I'll give them. He is prepared to give us, and that day we ran away. Then that we missed it. Another day, Sakshat Bhagavan Krishna only comes and says, आज इन साधकों का अंदर ये वाला मैं repair करूंगा. He enters and does the repair at the intellect level, at the vasana level, at the mind level, and that day we are gone. ये वाला हमको डर नहीं कह सकता मैं, ये इंस्पिरेशन होना चाहिए. Just like a very wonderful, interesting movie, you don't want to miss even one scene, one dialogue you don't want to miss. You know, वो क्रिकेट कमेंट्री होते थे उन दिनों में, छोटे ट्रांसिस्ट में वी कांट मिस इवन वन सेंटेंस देयर, क्योंकि चौका गया, छक्का गया, आउट हो गया, वी डोंट नो, इट इज वेरी 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 टेंस्ड वाला हो. सो ऐसे कॉल लॉकर सुनते थे और 10 सुनते थे, मिस हो गया तो और उसको पूछते थे. दैट वे वी हैव टू बी. The two things: one, from our side, not having any excuse and continuously practicing. Second time, eagerly waiting for his continuous blessings. और देते जाओ भगवान, और देते जाओ, मैं लेता जाऊंगा. भगवान also will say, और लेते जाओ बेटा, और लेते जाओ, मैं देता ही जाऊंगा. The blessing, the guidance, the inspirations, the joys of doing, the joys of growing. In this way, when we spend few lives consciously, then only the Maya can be conquered, then only the Sthula Sukshma Karana can be transcended, then only the ultimate is achieved. For which these classes? These classes are not for time pass, not for completing texts, not to escape the domestic works or any responsibilities. No, not because नींद नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ, इतना अंडर एस्टिमेट बी लिटिल नहीं करना इन क्लासेस को. इनका उद्देश्य सीधा भगवान प्राप्ति ही, भागवत बनना है हमको बस, नथिंग शॉर्टर देन दैट. ओके, इन दिस कोर्स ओनली, दिस व्हाट वी स्पोक इज द पार्ट ऑफ लॉर्ड कृष्णा's teachings to Uddhava and all of us, the mahima of the satsang. What are unsaid things in between the lines and slokas we have tried to add. Yeah. Now come to the text where we were yesterday. The most enchanting sloka. Bhaktim labdhavatah sadhoh kim anyadavashishyate mai ananta gune brahmani ananda anubhava atmani. How though Bhagavan himself is asking us. You understand? Whenever somebody wants to say something important, one of the technique of saying is not saying it directly, but saying it by asking that person only. तुम बता? हाँ यार, तुम जो कह रहे हो ठीक है. This is a very intelligent way. When others don't accept your opinion, na, you leave it to them. तब देखो, at least half it they will accept, without allowing them to speak. If you only thirst on them, especially the important things, they retaliate. Like children, you have to ask, अरे बताओ रे, पढ़ना है कि खेलते रहना दिन भर? दिल से बताओ. और नालायक बच्चे हैं तो कहेंगे "हाँ, खेलते रहने मम्मी करके." देन उसको फिर पनिशमेंट देना है, उसको ठिकाना है, बिकॉज इज क्रूकेडली यूजिंग हिज इंटेलेक्ट. बट द लिटिल वाइज चिल्ड्रन, नॉट धृतराष्ट्र पुत्र, जैसे इस मम्मा पढ़ने के बाद मैं खेलूंगा. वेरी गुड. हियर आल्सो भगवान से किम अन्यथा अवशिष्यते है. तुम बताओ उद्धव, एक साधु को जो ऊपर के सत्संग के द्वारा हृदय में भगवान मेरे प्रति भक्ति आ गया, व्हाट एल्स रिमेन्स फॉर हिम टू अचीव. भक्ति का लाभ हो गया, और क्या लाभ है इस जगत में पाने के लिए? भक्तिम लब्धवता, भक्ति का लाभ जिनको मिला. सो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो इज द होल भजन टॉक्स अबाउट दिस ओनली. मिल गया मुझे भक्ति, नथिंग रिमेन्स. No, it's like, I'm giving example only for example's sake. You know, when you get a person who understands you and reciprocates all love to you, don't you feel that fulfillment in life? But that is ordinary, vyavaharik, worldly. They're loving together, staying together. Is only related to लौकिक विवाह, इसलिए उसका उतना महिमा नहीं देते हैं. लेकिन एग्जाम्पल, In the same way, when I understand Lord, His grace, greatness, and His contribution to me, and I reciprocate by my total surrender dedicated to me, Him, it's a fulfillment of life. उसके आगे और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. That is what Bhagavan is telling us to understand. It should be understood both way. Everything you have got the labha, but not the bhakti, then you have not got the thing at all. On the other hand, if you get the bhakti, kim anneda avashishyate. What else remains for you to be achieved? Everything is achieved. Because as put yesterday so many ways, if the bhakti comes, भगवत दर्शन हो जाता है. सालोक्य सामीप्य सारूप्य मुक्ति होता है. भगवान हमारे हृदय में वो वाला आत्मज्ञान का चिराग या दिया जला देते हैं. भगवान टेक्स केयर ऑफ योगक्षेमा. Bhagavan removes all dukha. He has his power even to neutralize or nullify or zerify our prarabdha also. Bhagavan removes all avidya, ajnana, removes kama, krodha, durguna. You understand, because Bhagavan is all powerful and you have developed the devotion to Him. Then, in that, whatever if you think to be achieved is there, everything He takes care of it. On the other hand, the joy of bhakti is so fulfilling that He doesn't need anything in the world. उसका उतना पूर्णता होता है उस आनंद में. पूर्णता इन दैट आत्मज्ञान में, ब्रह्म ज्ञान में एंड पूर्ण शरणागति में दैट पूर्ण अनुभव होता है. इट्स अ कंप्लीट एक्सपीरियंस. But which bhakti? Is that bhakti that regularly I am doing puja? Is that bhakti that regularly I am going to the temple? No, they are only beginning cases. That is why, to avoid that doubt once for all, Bhagavan in the second line mentioned what is the meaning of bhakti, and which we 36 minutes yesterday we talked on it. Mai ananta gune brahmani ananda anubhava atmani bhakti lagdavata sadho. So, Mai is Saguna Sakara with all Leelas, and that Saguna Sakara Lord with Leelas has so many times came. Every time when he came, so many gunas he has demonstrated, by which we have to understand that he has got Ananta Guna. And what is the Ananta Guna we have explained yesterday? The Ananta Guna is Maya's Trigunas under his control. The Ananta Guna means all the Sadgunas are his only. Then we explained also about the Guna Guni Samanda, where we said every Guni has Guna, because of which only it is sustaining. In every Guni, the Guna is he only. That will come in morning Telugu वालों को आएगा वो. कि खम वायु अग्नि जलोर्वीषु देवतुर्यं नरादिषु अभिन्नाः सच्चिदानन्दाः भिद्येते रूपनामनि. That is a shloka. In everything, that's mean what? I gave you explain examples. The sapidity is the guna of the water, that is Bhagavan. The burning power is guna of the fire, that is Bhagavan. You understand? Then the sweetness of the sweet is guna, the bitterness of the bitter gourd is guna of it. All of that are Bhagavan only. Discovering it called devotion. इस जगत में कोई भी वस्तु बिना गुण का नहीं, और सब वस्तुओं का गुण भगवान ही है. इन दिस वे, by being the guna of everything, Bhagavan only is appearing of the guni in the form of million names and forms. That discovery is called as devotion. I told you yesterday, devotion is not only offering flowers to God, only singing song and having the tears in the eyes, etc. Devotion is an understanding. I explained yesterday, when you know the glory of someone, then automatically the feeling which you have inside is called devotion. This devotion is called Jnana Uttara devotion. Having known the person's greatness, then you devotion. The other devotions are the Jnana Purva devotion, which depends only on the faith. And either the faith can get destroyed or faith can be proved to be wrong. Is it not? Like I have faith in someone. Okay, somebody may trouble my mind, therefore I may lose the faith. Or that person on whom I faith, he himself may prove to be not worthy. So in both ways the faith will go. But if you understand it and thereafter confirmed it, thereafter faith is not required, then directly you are in that devotion born out of the understanding, called as Jnana Uttara Bhakti, it shall never go. I am explaining you भक्ति का अलग अलग तरीके हैं. Like what is the meaning of Ram Bhakti? Rama is Parabrahma. Rama is Ishvara, Rama is Srushti Sthilaya Karta, Rama is Narayana, Rama is Avatara Purusha, Rama is Dharma Samstavaka, Rama is the protector of all the Bhaktas. This understanding is called Bhakti. Otherwise, what do you mean by Bhakti? As I told you, why Bhakti to parents? They are understanding that they gave me birth, they took care of me, they are protectors, they are the only selfless lovers of me. Is it not? उस अंडरस्टैंड के बाद जो होता है वो भक्ति. So my Ananta Gune, Bhakti. So the devotion in me, who is of Ananta Guna. In that we told you, he is a wielder of Maya, he is a wielder of doer of the Sushti Sthiti Laya. Karna बढ़ता है entertain. बार बार इस thought को. Then only the higher devotion comes. Not a sentimental, emotional devotion for 2 minutes when you are in front of the idol and one to go out of it, again caught up in the world. इसको भक्ति थोड़ी करते थे, नाटक है वो. हमें तो सपने में ही भगवान भगवान के चरण में भक्ति आना चाहिए. Understood? No? How will it come? When you discover this devotion. What is the devotion? Bhagavan being Ananta Guna Yukta. Therefore, he is the only one towards whom my devotion should be there, my love should be there, my attention should be there, my surrender should be there, my service should be there. In fact, other than him, apart from him, away from him, even a thought also I should not move. A thought of moving also should not come in my mind. That is the meaning of Ananta Gunavan mein bhakti. Ananta Gunavale Bhagavan mein. Is it not? When a thing is the better than the best, oh, how can your attention go away from it at any moment of the life? No, I am telling you very sublime things. I know some of you are not able to catch it. The Ananta Guna of the Bhagavan is what? He is the one because of whom my heart is beating. He is all because of whom the entire system is working in my body. Therefore, he is because of whom I am alive. Do you go? This is called Ananta Guna. He is because of whom the entire world is in front of me, taking care of me. He is because of whom all my upadhis are given to me. They are working continuously. All these are his Ananta Gunas. He gave me. Then how can I forget him even a moment? The moment I open the eyes and look at the world, the eye is, giver of the eye is he only. The maker of the beautiful world is he only. The facility in the eye to see the world is given by him only. Therefore, what is lazim? Ki, we should remember the God before, remember the God during, remember the God end of the seeing of the world with the eye. Is it not? क्योंकि उनके कारण ये सब हो रहा है. That is called my Ananta Gune Bhakti. So too when you are tasting something. Tongue he gave, the object he gave, contact he made, that contact giving us sweetness and sukha. All the system is established by him. It is his Ananta Guna. Such a person, more than indulging in the sweet and enjoyment, he will involve in the devotion to Bhagavan. क्या जिह्वा आपने दी भगवान, क्या मिठाई आपने दी, क्या मिठास दी, क्या इसमें खुशियां दी आप, आपका धन्यवाद हो. In fact, he comes to a question. Through so many means, the one who is giving me sukha, his bhakta or his child, he himself will be how tasty, how sweet. Therefore, to taste my devotion to him or to taste his grace on me, I will not involve in anything other than just looking at him, singing his glory, or thinking about him, surrender to him. और उसका जीवन उसी में रहता है. वो पराभक्ति कहते हैं उसको. He is not there in him even an iota. His mind soaked in him. Machita, Madkata Prana, Bodhayanda Parasparam, Katayanta Simamnityam, Tushyanti, Ramanti, Tesham, Satata Yuktanam, Bhajatam, Priti Purvakam. These are the qualities of him. दिमाग से सोचा तो भगवान, मन से भावना की तो भगवान, इंद्रियों से देख रहे हैं तो भगवान, कहीं जाना है तो मंदिर, कुछ बात करनी ओनली अबाउट द गॉड. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज भक्ति. अनंत गुण भगवान. And that is a fact. Why? Because anything other than God is Maya. People think somebody intoxicated in devotion as a pagal. As I told you one day, the meaning of the word pagal, he is really pagal because इन्होंने गल को पाया. In Punjabi, gal means the point. He caught the point. He is not pagal. We are the pagal. We are caught up by Maya. He has transcended it. If he is involving in throughout the day with all his faculties in his God, means he's God, seeing God only everywhere, which is the ultimate goal. And he is in an ecstasy and joy. He is directly enjoying the nectar or this honey from the beehive only. As I told you, एक कल्ती वाला सेकंड हैंड थर्ड हैंड जो शहद हम खाते हैं वैसा नहीं है उनका सीधा. No, this will be understood by only that person who knows. It is Paramatma whose nature is Satchit Ananda. He is giving Sat and Chit and Ananda to everything in the world. If the Satchit Ananda Paramatma is not there, the every name and form of the world is dead and gone. The one who understands this, he alone knows what is said. That devotee who is involving throughout the day only in the memory of Lord, only in the seva of the Lord, he is enjoying million times more ananda than our ananda which we get through the objects of the world. In fact, he is the one who has risen above all the Maya and Pakad. We are caught up in Maya. हम क्या होते वो ऐसे मयि अनंत गुणे मयि अनंत गुणे. That's what यत्र यत्र मनो याति तत्र तत्र भक्ति एवा है ना. यत्र यत्र पश्यामि तत्र तत्र सद्गुरु तत्र तत्र परमात्मा. कहीं भी मैं आंख खोल रहा हूं देख रहा हूं तो भगवान ही दिख रहे. कान खोल सुन रहा हूं वही सुनाई दे रहे. What a joy it is if it happens to anyone, one rare person of millions of millions, the jiva who has evolved for thousands of lives, उन्हीं को मिलता है बाबा. वो मिल गया मानो क्या आनंद है. Oh, you can't say. Is it not? Gopikas are like that. उनको सिवाय कृष्ण का कुछ देखना ही नहीं है, कुछ दिखता भी नहीं. कुछ दिखाए तो भी उनको दिखता नहीं. You give them a chambu lota. Hey, take this. Where is chambu? They say it's on Krishna. हमको चंबू. The difference between them and us is हमको कृष्णा में चंबू दिखते हैं, उनको चंबू में कृष्णा दिखता है. Anything is Lord Krishna. सर्वम कृष्णमयम जगत है. This blessing came even to Kamsa. इतना सोच सोच के सर्वम कृष्णमयम अपश्यतु. You understand that thing very subtly indicated. He, out of fear for Krishna, because Akashvani told, all the time he thought of Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. He, for him, everything Krishna Rupa he was appearing. Once everything appears as Krishna Rupa, what is the need of staying in this body? Therefore, Bhagavan came. The moment he came, Krishna, he saw Krishna, whom he was thinking all the time. He just left the prana, and where will he go? That person who leaves prana while looking at Krishna, he will merge in Bhagavan only. Therefore, don't become like Kamsa. Meaning is not that. सारे कहानी सुनकर स्वामी जी I thought of becoming some great devotee like Vidura or maybe Uddhava, but after you gave the example, I feel like I should become Kamsa. राम राम राम. ऐसे दुष्टता धुष्टता दुर्मार्गता मत करना. We are not talking about the devil Kamsa. We are talking about the Upadi Kalanta Karana, which was doing Nitya Nirantara Chintana and Smarana of Krishna. That is, Chitta became Krishna Mayam. And from Chitta only all the names forms are seen through mind and senses. Therefore, he is seeing everywhere he only. जिधर देखूं तेरी तस्वीर नजर आती है ना. Anywhere you see you and you alone, O Lord. That is what my Ananta Gune. What a beautiful joy it is. And my beloved Lord, if I can see, in every animate, inanimate, चैतन्य जड़ हर पेड़ में पहाड़ में पौधे में पंछी में पानी में, that is the right दृष्टि. He alone is there. कब आएगा हमको? जल्द से जल्द आ जाए भगवान. May I not see the world in you. May I see you in the world. Let that fulfillment come to me. What are the purity required for that? Please let it happen in my heart. And the Antakarana becomes absolutely Shuddha, free from all the Raga, Desha, Kama, Krodha. At that moment only these things will happen. Ah. So, my Ananta Gune, Bhaktim Labdhavataha, Sadhoho, Kim Anyadavashishyate. No, at that level, this person's antakarana is merged with the Paramatma so much that to maintain the body, what is required, the Prakriti takes care. That's the meaning which we studied in Taittiriya Upanishad, which we'll explain exhaustively tomorrow, day after. The last mantra I said, no, in that sixth Anuvaka, you know that after I said, no, mm, आपनोति स्वाराज्यम आपनोति मनसस्पति वाक्पति चक्षुष्पति श्रोत्रपति विज्ञानपति एतत् ततो भवति. All the sequence of things, or before the fifth anuvaka, tasmai devaha balima vahanti. Why? Because he is not there to take care of it. Such a great Mahatma should be in the Deha. His presence only blessing to the Lord, through the world. There were all the Devatas, they just come and maintain this. He is soaking himself in the devotion to Paramatma. एक ही भगवान के साथ. ऐसे परा भक्ति उत्तम भक्ति है. That should be our goal. Not a small devotion to God. 2 रुपए चढ़ाए और कहा ये दे दो वो दे दो मुझे. I like this sentence. मयि अनंत गुणे साधो भक्तिम लब्धवतः किमन्यद् अवशिष्यते. Then the next one, मयि ब्रह्मणि भक्ति लब्धवतः किमन्यद् अवशिष्यते. Here the bhakti means the recognition of the substratum. The Sachidananda is a Jnana Rupa. Kimanedavashishta means what? For him, like once you know, the rope as rope, all the snakes, all the garlands, or the hose pipes, or the bhuchidra, the variety of projections which were seen when the rope was not apprehended, where will all they be? कुछ है ही नहीं, हो ही नहीं सकता. जैसे रोप को रोप के रूप में देख लिया, नो इमेजिनेशन. सो टू ब्रह्मणि मयि, है ना, भक्ति लब्धवतः मयि ब्रह्मणि. In me the Brahma, when one recognizes or discovers the bhakti. Here the bhakti is recognizing behind every nama and rupa the Sachidananda. Then that Sachidananda is not seen by the Indriyas, but as we said in the morning also, conceptualized with the intellect and experienced as the self. Is everything existing? Yeah. Is everything changing in its form? Yeah. When the form is changing, is the existing changing? Existence changing? No. That means what? Existence is remaining all the time. On that the forms are changing. Is it not? In the same way, is everything is known? Yeah. Is it changing? Yeah. While being changed, is it known? Yeah. Therefore, the knowing knowledge or the consciousness is always there in that while it is going through all changes. So too, is it having sukha given to someone or the other at one or the other at every time? Yeah. So no thing in the world is not having the ananda for somebody or the other. Even in the dirty objects which we throw, the kele ka chilka kaho, the gutli of the aam or chilka, you may and I may not like it, but that is eaten by those cows and all those animals or those insects. उसको उसमें आनंद मिल रहा है. ऐसा कोई वस्तु नहीं है जिसमें आनंद नहीं है. Therefore, everything is having in its substratum Satchidananda Brahma. And all the nama rupa are superimposed on it in a particular condition for a peculiar purpose, called as vyavahara, called as leela, called as the facilities for the jivas for doing sadhana. या कुछ भी कहो आप. But the reality is Sachidananda Brahma. So the one who's discovered this, the discovery of Brahma Sachidananda is called Bhakti there. You know, the discovery of every guna in the every guni is Bhagavan, is the Bhakti in the first one. मयि अनंत गुणे भगवती भक्ति, मयि अनंत गुण मयि ब्रह्मणि भक्ति लब्धवतः साधो किमन्यद् अवशिष्यते. The second line. Third one is आनंदानुभवात्मनि मयि. Then that guna in every guni as well as the substratum called as Sachidananda in every rupa nama is found to be my own atma, which is ananda, and that anubhava came to me. Once that achieved, किमन्यद् अवशिष्यते बताओ. This is called the ultimate bhakti. In the ultimate bhakti and ultimate jnana, there is oneness. In the ultimate jnana, what happens is everything is Brahma. How? The Tattvasi Mahavakya, the Vachyartha is dropped, Lakshyartha is minded, then you discover. That is the तत्वमसि ज्ञान में. भक्ति में भी वही होता है. परमात्मा के अनुभव ही होता है अंदर बाहर जहां भी. See the simple thing. No, everything is Krishna, na? Yeah. In that everything, do you come or not? Yeah. Therefore, I am also Krishna Swarup. Therefore, such devotees, in one ecstatic mood, dance like Krishna, sing like Krishna, act like Krishna. Some of them do crookedly out of nataka to impress others. वो तो चोर मचोर, वो नहीं हम कह रहे. Some of the people really they do like that. उनको कृष्णमय हो गए वो. तन्मनस्का तदालापः तच्चिंताः. Do you see in that Brahmara Gita? Didn't we see that? Or that not Brahmara Gita, Gopika Gita. When Krishna disappeared, then each of them were playing the Leela of Krishna only to remind themselves of Krishna. They never forget. But वही वैसे कर रहे हैं जैसे कृष्ण की लीला है. रो रहे हैं, ढूंढ रहे हैं, कृष्ण की तरह ही कोई बंसी बजा रहे, कोई वनमाला पहन रहे. Something they are doing. तन्मयता कहते हैं उसको. What a beautiful. These are all, experiences which cannot be put in words. And many a time when they are tried to be put in words in front of the less qualified people, they only laugh at them. इसलिए भक्त ज्ञानी जो भगवान के अनुभव किए हैं वो इस कलयुग में लोक में पब्लिक में नहीं आते. पब्लिक में नहीं आते मीन दे डोंट डू प्रचार ऑफ देयर एक्सपीरियंस. Only very rare few totally trustworthy bhakta and devotees go to them to inspire them. जितना चाहिए उतना ही बताते हैं वो लोग. बाकी हम जैसे लोग we are also sadhaka, therefore we talk on all the shastras. That's very simple. It's okay. It's also a part of time pass and also is a part of sadhana. That's different from those who have tasted him. They won't reveal it. They have enjoyed the darsana of Bhagwan, see the sparsana of Bhagwan, anubhuti of Bhagavat Tattva. They are there even now. And in them that contentment, satisfaction. Look at Tapan Maharaj's Vigraha face. Look at Pujya Gurudev. They are in such a bliss. जो मिल रहा है वो मिल गया ultimate. Therefore for them, किमन्य आवशिष्यते. Pass karo time. How to pass the time? Start an organization, guide the people for spirituality. That's it. That was a time pass for them. This sloka, in how many number of times, in how many days it is explained, फिर भी ये दिल नहीं भरने वाला श्लोक है. क्योंकि ये कहने वाला नहीं है, अनुभव वाला. और अनुभव पाने के बाद बोल तो नहीं सकते जितना भी कोशिश करो. भक्तिम लब्धवता साधो किमन्यद अवशिष्यते मयि अनंत गुणे ब्रह्मणि आनंदानुभवात्मनि. और इन कृष्णा's लैंग्वेज है उद्धवा साधो हो भक्तिम लब्धवता मयि अनंत गुणे ब्रह्मणि किमन्यद अवशिष्यते. और क्या है भाई उसको पाने का जब मेरे चरण पे मेरे ऊपर उनको भक्ति मिल गया तो किमन्यद अवशिष्यते. There's nothing remains. Wow. Everything is achieved. So what is that everything achieved when the devotion is achieved? In a sample form, an example is given. यतोपश्रयमाणस्य भगवन्तं विभावसुं शीतं भयं तमोप्येति साधून् संसेवतस्तथा. This is what. That shloka's charm is little reduced here because we came to the level of example. But by heart this shloka. भक्तिम लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनंत गुणे ब्रह्मणि आनंदानुभवात्मनि. भक्तिम लब्धवतः 3 times you chant भक्तिम लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनंत गुणे ब्रह्मणि आनंदानुभवात्मनि. भक्तिम लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनंत गुणे ब्रह्मणि आनंदानुभवात्मनि. भक्तिम लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनन्तगुणे ब्रह्मणि आनन्दानुभवात्मनि. मयि अनन्तगुणे ब्रह्मणि आनन्दानुभवात्मनि भक्तिं लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यद अवशिष्यते. Means nothing remains to him, everything is Bhagavan only. Nothing remains for him to achieve. सब भगवान ही है. These are very subjective shlokas. Cannot be. Ananda Anubhava Atmani word I have not explained you only completely. आनंद अनुभव आत्मा. भगवान का स्वरूप क्या है? आनंद. And that ananda of Bhagavad Swarupa, it is anubhava. Anubhava is at what? Atma only. Now, how can I put these things in words? It's very mystical. It is not the entire language which has come out only to explain about the world. That language fails when these experiences are the understandings are tried to be spoken. They fail. अब क्या बताएं उसको? भगवान is experienced as आनंद, is experienced as अनुभवा, is experienced as आत्मा. लगता है कि शब्द में कोई जोड़ नहीं है. But that is a fact. To tell that no language works. And in the language, in the परमात्मा दृष्टिकोण से क्या है वो? परमात्मा का स्वरूप ही आनंद अनुभव आत्मा. Paramatma is of the nature of blissful self. Paramatma is the nature of blissful self, or Paramatma is he who is always in the experience of his own self, which is blissful. Experience is Anubhava. His own self is Atma. Blissful is Ananda. And at this level, the bhakti is ourselves becoming that. Little mystic. आएगा धीरे धीरे capacity even to understand these shlokas. If not now, after 5 years, when we deeply withdrawing from the world, go inside our own. Satasmin Urdaya Akashe Manomayaha Amrto Hiranmayaha. When you search him, then he will be found. Saya Esho Antarodaya Akasha Tasmin Nayam Purusho Manomayaha Amrto Hiranmayaha. When you search him, then this joy will come. Okay, now in the shloka, the example. है ना? यथा जस्ट लाइक यथा उपश्रयमाणस्य, जाकर पास में बैठने से. उप नियर, श्रय सिटिंग. उपश्रयमाणस्य द पर्सन हु इज सिटिंग नियर. whom who's near? भगवंतम विभावसुम, द लॉर्ड द फायर. व्हेन यू सिट नियर द लॉर्ड फायर, जाके नजदीक बैठ गए कुछ समय. 3 benefits कलम. शीतम तमः भयम अप्येति. शीतम भयम तमः अप्येति. The Shitam, the cold goes away. Tamaha, the darkness goes away. The Bhaya goes away because in that light, everything is crystal clearly seen of that fire. These 3 go away. In the same way, Tatha eva sadhun samsevataha. Same way, when we near the sadhu, go to the sadhu, attend the satsang, and develop that deep internal intimacy with the sadhu in our heart, in that guru, हमारे जीवन से भी तीनों निकल जाते. One is शीतम. शीतम in spiritual life is the jadyam, the jadata. The jadata includes all type of our lifestyle lived based on the jada vastus. So jada deha indriya prana tadatmya, with that running behind all the jada vastus, thus living life only of jadata, never aiming at chaitanya. That all sorts of the basic jadata of laziness to the intellectual jadata of non-contemplation on the self, all that jadyam goes away. That is called as the meaning of शीतम अप्येति. क्योंकि in that winter, anywhere थोड़ा आप बैठकर गर्म करते हो या बैठ जाते हो, even the बिस्तर में, the South Indians will never understand this experience, especially Tamilians and all, because उनको सर्दी का बात ही पता नहीं होता. बट इन द नॉर्थ यू नो दैट एक बार खोसा कर लिया अपने आप को अंदर, उधर से इतना भी हिलते नहीं है. क्यों? फिर ठंड लग जाएगी. सो दैट इनेबिलिटी टू मूव इज कॉल्ड जड़ता. दैट्स कॉल्ड शीतम. है कि नहीं? शीता काल में जो जड़ता होती है, देयरफॉर शीता इज इक्वल टू जड़ता. निकलने को मन नहीं होता, कि बैठ गए तो बैठ गए. कड़क हो जाते हैं. I was today morning whole day. It was so cold here because of rain. So cold means compared to here. I was always remembering all my North Indian years. How I was struggling even to go into the kitchen morning for anything. And then that early morning going on scooter for the classes in that dhund mein, in that 0 degree, 2 degree temperature, all that alag मौसम, including all चार धाम यात्रास, कितना टेम्परेचर. I was really remembering and enjoying कि भगवान has given such wonderful experiences. यात्रा कैलासम, यात्रा चार धाम, यात्रा हमारा, यात्रा भरमौर चंबा, all that, कितना मजा आ रहा था. I was remembering those days. एंड देन हॉट समटाइम कुछ नहीं खाने को तो कुछ मैगी बना लिया, कुछ भाई ऐसे खाने के लिए गरम. 1 मिनट भी लेट हो गया तो ठंडा करो जकड़ गया. एंड यू कांट ऐड वाटर एंड हीट इट. दोज डेज इट्स अ ग्रेट इट वाज, है ना. वो 12-15 साल, आई कैन राइट ए बुक ऑन दैट. वो 12-15 साल लिव्ड इन उत्तरा भारत. सर्दियाँ आते ही खासकर वो दिसंबर के तीसरे महीने जान में, वो सुबह 8-9 बजे कम आउट ऑफ द रूम, समवेयर सम सनलाइट इज देयर, स्टैंड होना. एंड द बिग प्लेस आश्रम इन बिट इन द बगीचे में, घास में कुर्सी डालकर अच्छी तरह क्या कहते हैं पाँव में पहनकर, जुराब जो भी कहते हैं, सॉक्स, सिटिंग देयर एंड हिलने को ही मन नहीं. जड़ता. बाय द वे आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग. Enjoy, all South Indians, please go and stay few years in North, at least for couple of winters, 2-3 साल. फिर वहाँ के कष्ट था क्या है आपको पता चलता है, फिर आनंदम आल्सो. सो टू द ऑल नॉर्थ वाले साउथ में आ जाओ, देखो यहाँ गर्मी में लोग कैसे झेलते हैं. दे हैव ओनली 3 seasons, हॉट, हॉटर एंड हॉटेस्ट. नो कोल्ड. So, as you sit in near the fire, the jadata goes away. Here, Sitam goes away, the Thandagi. So, too, when you are near the Santa, the jadata he will remove. How can you be lazy, lethargic? Every moment of life is oozing out. Human life is an opportunity. How much distance you have to cover in your sadhana? You can't afford to be lazy. The Guru Maharaj will inspire. And great gurus like our Gurudev and all, they are not that, बेटा तुम लोग जाओ काम करने, मैंने कह दिया ना, तुम करते रहना, मैं तो भगवान को पा चुका हूँ, इसलिए मैं हिलूंगा नहीं. ऐसे हिल टॉप टाइप नहीं हमारे गुरुदेव. They started running when they are born, and their running stopped only when they left the body. Never ever they allowed that Sitam or Jadata for any reason. On the other hand, after discovering the truth, the joy was so much that they were forced from within to to give this joy to everyone, to fulfill which throughout their life they went on working, not even a little Jadata. They worked 36 hours per day. Calculation wise, हमको तो नामुमकिन लगता है. Do you know there are some people who work 48 hours per day, 36 hours per day. हम 24 घंटे में 2 घंटे काम करके 6 घंटे का, हाँ वी डू ओनली 2 hours वर्क, और उसके लिए फिर ओवर टाइम अलाउंस मांगते हैं. 8 घंटे नौकरी करनी है जिसके लिए सैलरी मिल रहा है, बिना किया सैलरी ले लिया, 2 घंटे गलती से काम करके दे क्लेम द OTA. इवनिंग 6 to 8 आई वर्कड, गिव मी OTA. 6 o'clock तक ऑफिस होता है, फिर सुबह से 5 से 8 क्या किया ही नहीं कुछ. 5 से 6, 9 से 6. We do like that, but they work for overtime. Gurudev was like that. He knows human life cannot be a long time with this body. Therefore, number of books written, the number of commentaries written, the number of letters written, number of ideas, can one person can do it in one life? एक जिंदगी में उन्होंने 3-4 जिंदगियों का काम किए. For that, how can there be chance of जड़ता? 2:30 बजे 2 बजे गेट्स अप मॉर्निंग, 3 बजे बस, 12 बजे 11 को सोना रात को. उस तरह हम देखें ना, हम तो सो कर थक जाते हैं. आई एम सो टायर्ड टुडे, व्हाट डिड यू डू? आई स्लेप्ट. To such a wretched idiot of laziness, what can we talk to? We are like that only some days. Do nothing but so lazy. That's called Jadata. That is Shitam. That cannot be if you really surrender to the Guru. Now, you have surrendered 2%, 3%. Therefore, at least this Jadata is removed from you where you are able to come to class. Give me more chance, or any your Guru. They will not allow to be Jada. Even sleep भी नहीं, उठो ध्यान कर, उठो जप कर. मिल गया क्या भगवान? नहीं तो कैसे सोते हो? मिल गया तो कैसे सोते हो? गिव दैट भगवान टू एवरीवन। यार तुम कभी सोने नहीं देते। दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ नो शीतम और जड़ता व्हेन यू आर नियर द फायर ऑफ द गुरु। गुरु फायर। साधु संसेवतः, दैट्स व्हाट नो, कि साधुन संसेवतः नो शीतम, नो जड़ता। And if a sadhu himself is jada, then he is not sadhu. And by seeing the sadhu seated, not moving, don't imagine again he is jada. In him, the vigorous activity of serving the world in a subtle form is going on. Ramana Maharshi, he did not go anywhere. Where he is seated, he is so divine, all pervading, that sitting there only they can work for the not only the contemporary place around, he will work even for the future. Mahatma like Bhagavan Shankara. He worked for Bhakti San, but his work is going on now also. गुरुदेव 250 years के लिए जो होना है, सारे उसके लिए जो seeds है, yes sown. Again he'll come after that. Some yogis told, your guru will come after 250 years for his next assignment. Now he is some other world. He is doing some work somewhere else. Are you understanding what is the meaning of removal of Shitalam? Jadata nahi hoga. All the jadatas, intellectual jada of non-inquiry, the mental jadata of not positive emotion, devotion, physical jadata of not सेवा, ये सब रह नहीं सकते गुरु के पास। खुद करेंगे, स्वयं कुर्वन् कार्यंश्च कर्माणि विधानयः असक्त सर्व कार्येषु वर्तते सर्वदा च सः। About पूज्य गुरुदेव it is said. शीतमप्येति साधून् संसेवतः. When that jadata goes away and dynamism comes, when the dynamism is directed towards the divinity, then the dynamism gets converted into divinity. When the divinity is experienced, where is the devil of Maya or the Jiva Bhava or the Satyata of the Jagat? ये सब devil है, नहीं रहेंगे वो. This is Shitam. Second is Bhayam apyeti. Every type of bhaya, janma bhaya, jara bhaya, mrityu bhaya, roga bhaya, and the moola for all the bhaya is dvitiya. The dvaya bhaya, the dvaita bhaya, when we are near to the guru, that bhaya he will remove. Because he will show to us through all logics and all, what is permeated in through all is one Paramatma only. The द्वितीय का भय, और हमसे पुण्य कराएंगे, जब वो पाप और उससे मिलने वाला नरक का भय नहीं रहेगा. हमारे अंदर सद्गुणों को लाएंगे, दुर्गुणों से होने वाला सब भय हटा देंगे. See, when I have not even an iota of papa in me, किसके लिए मैं डरूं? भयम तम अपि. Here bhayam is samsara bhayam. So the bhayam in the case of the vibhavasu is अंधेरा होने के कारण कोई नहीं दिख रहा है, कौन क्या हो सकता है नहीं पता वाला भयम. In the life, the samsara bhayam is called, that is removed. So first is the jadata is removed. Second is the bhayam is removed. Third one, tamaha apyeti. Tama means darkness, darkness of ignorance. So the sense of laziness, the sense of otherness, the experience, the presence of ignorance, these three are removed when we are in the company of the fire called as sadhu. Just like when you are near the fire, removes the cold, removes the fear, removes the darkness. So here second one is bhayam is removed, means when you are company of the sadhu, he will encourage, he will inspire, he will guide us, he will connect us with the Lord, he will recommend our case to Bhagavan. He will put us in a righteous path. So many ways, in some extent, if we deserve, he will give his tapashakti also for us. कितने योगी गुरु लोगों ने अपने तपशक्ति को हमको दे रहे, जिस कारण से हमारा शरीर मन तन चल रहा है. Please, along with our prarabdha, it is their blessing that we are able to be sustaining on the path. That we can never recognize it because they don't claim, they don't show, it cannot be shown. Like, can I show my love to you? I can't show, I experience it. Whether you know it or not, I know how much I love you. Every true, purely hearted person, he knows it. So to the Mahatmas. They know it, how they are blessing. We need not know, we can never know also. Like Puja Gurudev, in how many ways is blessing us, you can never understand. That is why you have to be so grateful to them and be at their feet. कि हमको समझ नहीं आता, लेकिन हर क्षण वो काम करता रहता है, उनकी कृपा. Like Bhagwan's grace in sustaining our life through all physiological functions. You can never understand, whether you understand or not, recognize it or not, acknowledge it or not, accept it or not, say thank you or not. भगवान को फर्क पड़ता ही नहीं. He goes on blessing us. In that way, bhayam apyeti. साधु गिव्स अस निर्भयता. भक्ति देकर, ज्ञान देकर, सद्गुण देकर, भगवान से मिलाकर, खुद से अपनाकर. Wow, what more you want? Third one is andham. Andham, what is called? Tamaha apyeti. Tama means the darkness of misunderstanding, wrong understanding, non-understanding, half understanding, refusing to understanding. कितने नॉनसेंस है हमारे पास, अब क्या बताएं उसका. He with his wisdom, knowledge, he with all the shastra jnana, he reveals to us the secret. The tamasava jnana goes away. What is ajnana? There is something other than Bhagwan. That is called as ajnana. There is nothing other than Bhagwan. That is called jnana. And that theoretical, then experiential. Theoretically, there is something other than God. Then experiencing the whole world. This is called theoretical and experiential ajnanam. And theoretical experiential jnanam is what? Bhagavan is defined as Satchit Ananda. Without Satchit Ananda, nothing can exist. Therefore, theoretically, everything is Bhagavan only. Practically, when I transcend this delusory Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira, I experience it. I told you yesterday the example, if you remember, I don't know which class is that. All the three aspects of water, water vapor, as well as the ice block. These three are the illusions projected on the H2O. Though they appear to be real, appear to be substantial, doing their own work at that level, the work water which it does unique way. Ice block जो काम करने करता रहता है, then the water vapor also does its own work. But still they are illusion. Why? It's only 2H plus 2O is equal to H2O. The chemical combination of hydrogen and oxygen. The example say, in the same way, the absolute reality is Paramatma only. All this, how much our real it is appearing, substantial it is appearing, tangible it is appearing, coming into our experience, actually we are experiencing it. Like when I touch it, I know it is cold and it is hard. When I touch that thing, I know it is soft and hot. Is it not? When I'm smelling, I'm knowing all the fragrances. When I'm listening to various sounds, it's happening. When I'm putting 100 things in my tongue, the taste is coming. Yet, they all are unreal. That discovery he gives to us. How is it all happening? That is what the question tomorrow the disciple will ask the Guru in our Drugdrishya Viveka. Then the Guru will answer. Shakti Dvayam hi Mayayaha Viksheva Avruti Rupagam Viksheva Shakti Lingadi Brahmandantam Jagat Sujeto. That will come to us. So with that jnanam, he will remove the illusion or darkness, ignorance. Tamaha apyeti. So yatha upasrayamanasya bhagavantam vibhavasum shitam bhayam tamopyati tatha sadhun samsevatas tatha. So the shitam tamaha, bhayam tama, which is removed when we near to the fire. Same way, what is removed when we are near to the sadhu fire? The shitam of jadata, the bhaya of the sense of otherness, the tamo ajnana of the ignorance regarding the self or Paramatma is removed. Shitamapyati, tamahapyati, bhayamapyati. The jadata is gone, the ignorance is gone, the fear is gone. So the jadata gone, tamaguna gone. The bhaya gone, the rajoguna gone. Then the ignorance gone, then sattva guna is utilized by knowing the truth. This is how the beauty of this sloka. Now the next sloka is also equally powerful and beautiful. It's simple, its meaning is simple, but its bhavana is infinite. Very deep. Meaning is very simple. I'll chant the sloka and tell you meaning, and we'll try to enjoy it more tomorrow. Nimajjonmajjatam ghore bhavabdhau paramayatanam santo brahma vidashantaha naurdrudhe vapsumajjata. Meaning is so simple. Like a person who is submerging in the river or ocean or floods, if he finds a substantial solid boat, how he is saved. In the same way, for you and I, who are submerging in the ocean of samsara, the guru or the santa is the nauka. अब देखो ये example looks to be so light and simple. Till really we get flooded in the water, then we look for an ocean, for a boat there. जो बंदे पानी में फ्लड में डूब रहे हैं, इमेजिन देयर फ्लाइट देयर, कोई आके बचाए, लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा ममदेहि करावलंबम एंड ऑल, दे विल बी रिक्वेस्टिंग बेकिंग कुछ मिल जाए सपोर्ट कि मैं मत जाऊं वाला. Only when we experience that one, then we will know the power in this example as regards the Sant being a now, Nava, Nauka, for us to cross. Ananta Samsara Samudratara Naukayitabhyam Guru Bhaktidabhyam Vairagya Samrajyada Pujanabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Paduka. Beautiful it is. So we will see tomorrow how this can be explained through various logics and examples. Then we are left with three more slokas, and each of them are next grade, next depth, next expanse, next subtlety. If we can really understand all these slokas and feel in us, I think I tell you, we have done a great exercise. Same with the Pururava story. When each of the sloka I was talking and coming out of all the infatuations, attachments, the disappointment, the frustrations, the dejection, the helplessnesses, the suicidal tendencies, सारे एक एक चीज से वो बाहर आ रहे थे ना, एक एक श्लोका. In the same way, here with each sloka, our understanding about the glory of Sant and Satsanga, as it is growing and we are involving in that Satsanga, so much we come out of all commotions. That is why this chapter 26, मेरे ख्याल में इतने दिन हमने और कोई दूसरे सर्ग के लिए चैप्टर के लिए नहीं लिया होगा. We are doing it from last 22 or 23 days. 2 more days or 1 more day it will take, because it has the entire beautiful thing. I am to feeling it. जैसा आपको लग रहा है, आपकी इच्छा है. Thank you. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. Today the first Ekadashi. After this, Dakshinayanam began in this next second season of the year. So let Lord Vishnu bless all of us. Morning we did our entire Vishnu Sahasranam Parayanam. Today only we do the first and last one. Om Vishwam Vishnurva Shatkaro Bhota Bhavya Bhavat Prabho Bhota Krut Bhota Vrudbhavo Bhotatma Bhota Bhavanah यज्ञो यज्ञपतिर्यज्वा यज्ञांगो यज्ञवाहनः यज्ञभृद्यज्ञकृद्यज्ञि यज्ञभोग्यज्ञसाधनः यज्ञान्तकृद् यज्ञोह्यमन्नमन्नाद एव च. ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः. Thank you. We'll study our Ramayanam for some time. Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Hari Om.